All right, all right, all right. Almost, almost perfectly on time. The audio's coming through okay. And it looks good. Looks like we're good there. All right, hey everybody. Welcome to this recorders Kansas Thursday Kansas speaking. It's Saturday night and we are live streaming. You might be able to tell by my voice, I'm a little congested. It's working its way through, so I'm happy about that. So I feel much better, and I'm so glad to be here with you all. And let's dig in and see who else is here. All right. Uh, Bernie B is here. Hello. Uh, Bernie B says, "Happy New Year. Hope you're feeling better, Drew. Thank you very much. Thank you very much." I told my wife when we sat down for dinner. I said, "I've been up since 4 a.m. Um, Normally I get up around 7 a.m. I just couldn't sleep anymore this morning. So I got up early. I went into the store, did some work in the store, and was just pretty much there all day and had a good day. Had a really good day. Only got one scam call, believe it or not. One scam call, that was it. So I got a story to tell you guys in a minute about something I did Friday. Jim's here. Hey, hey Jim, how's it going? Good evening, all. Happy Saturday. Happy New Year. Absolutely. 2024 is going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Anytime it is for everybody. For everybody. Jim says, "Hope you're feeling better, Drew." Yes, yes. Thank you very much. BB's here. Says, "Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show." As we putting in the comment. Norska is here. Says, "Happy New Year." Absolutely. Happy New Year to you as well. J Bear. Hey, J Bear says, "You got this. Smash." Fantastic. Welcome to the show. J Bear says also, "Happy New Year, everybody." Yes, yes, absolutely. Andy says, "Hey there, Drew. Welcome to the show, Andy. Hope everything's good on your end." BB says, "Happy New Year to everyone." Absolutely. Sarah says, "Hi, everyone from Connecticut. Hope everyone had a happy and healthy Christmas." Fantastic Christmas Day. Had a very wonderful time. Spent time with the family. Everybody was great. It was. I was telling my mom afterwards that, like Thanksgiving, a low stress or no stress family gathering for a holiday is wonderful. And both Thanksgiving and Christmas were both low stress, fun times with family. It was after the gathering that everybody in the family got sick. And what's so crazy is it was different. Everybody got different things. It wasn't like everybody was stomach problems or head problems. No, everybody had a different habit. Like me, I had the congestion and the cold, the chill. My future son-in-law had the temperature of 101. My sister was sick and in bed, and so it was crazy. Everybody got something different. We all got sick, but nothing. And there were at least two people that took COVID tests. Everybody came back negative. So that's at least the people that took the test came back negative. So it wasn't COVID we were passing around. It's just a cold. It's just a normal cold. I told my mom that means family that loves each other shares their feelings. I hope everybody else out there, when you get together with family, nobody got sick or anything like that. I hope everybody is healthy and happy. We got so much going on next year. There's so much great stuff going to happen next year. Everybody needs to be here for it, you know? Oh, B Birdie B, $72. Thanks for making me laugh in the morning. All right, fantastic. You're absolutely welcome. Love it, love it. Sarah says, Happy New Year. Welcome, Sarah. Andy says, "Hey there, Sarah." Bella BB's here says, "Hey there." Sorry, my eyes are getting focused. There he is, she says. Sarah sent me $1.99. Sarah, thank you so much. You guys are so welcome. Burst is here, says, "Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show." Jay Bear says, "Good evening, Drew." Thank you, thank you. Manuel, my good friend, how are you? Says, "Good Saturday night. Welcome to the show, my friend. Hope you're doing well." Jim says, "Good evening to Manuel." Daniel says, Jay Bear, good evening. Norska says, have you ever played Cyberpunk 2077? No, I have not. I never got into video games. When I was a kid, um, the Nintendo was the big thing with Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. That's how far back I go. But I never got a system after that. That was my one and only one. And matter of fact, I only had like maybe three games. Avery and Todd and them, they were into the games. Like Avery's an avid gamer. He and my son have actually played together. And what's the game? Skyrim. That's the one they really, really like. But no, I've never played Cyberpunk 2077. Is it good? You give it a thumbs up? Let me know. Birth says, looking forward to daily videos. Well, we're shooting for that. We're absolutely shooting for it. Andy says, hey to Manuel. Sarah says, your sound is not working right. Oh no. Oh, uh-oh. It's not whoop, whoop. Sorry guys. I was bringing up the YouTube to make sure um, it's coming through. That I pressed the wrong button and all right. It looks like it's coming through. Looks like it's coming through. I don't have it on mute, and I'm plugged in. Oh, crap. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Let me make sure it's pulling from the right audio source. Nope, it is. Okay. Okay. You guys let me know. Let me know if we're okay now. All right. Let me get back to the chat. Jay Bear says, same to you to Manuel. Manuel says, good evening. Saturday night. Good Saturday evening. Smidgens here says, hi all. Today does not feel like a Saturday. No, it doesn't. I was telling somebody earlier that Monday I'm off from both jobs. I'm regular job as well as the store. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with myself. I have no freaking idea. So maybe the wife and I'll find something to do. Dave says, hello, Drew. Welcome to the show, Dave. Glenn, hey, Glenn, how's it going? Says, not many calls this week, only 2 hang-up calls. You have 7,200 subscribers. I do. And Glenn, guess what? crap. Maybe I was on mute this entire time? You guys, I don't know. Windows says, what is your regular job? I will tell you guys more about my regular job in May, because I'm still working my regular job. I am retiring from that job at the end of April, and I will tell you guys all about what the job was and what I did. I don't want to go into detail on what I do for a living, because I don't want to risk the anger of scammers, in a way that they could easily identify what company I work for just by me saying just a few things about it. So I can't go into any great detail, but I work on a computer at home. I do analytics. Let's just put it that way. But I won't say what my company actually does. But I do a lot of forecasting and stuff like that for my job. So I get to a lot of spreadsheets, a lot of databases and SQL databases and Tableau reports and stuff like that. So I like it. I enjoy it a lot, but it's killing my eyes. Working in front of a computer all day is killing my eyes. So I'm retiring. Vicky says, sound gone. Okay, sorry guys. Tettle says, I can't hear you. Great. Our family Christmas was my sister will be on the 7th. Okay. So you get to celebrate more. That's great, Darlene. BB says, sound's not working at all. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Audio gone again. Sorry, Glenn. Oh, is it still gone now? I hope not. Let me just check real quick. Nope. It's coming through. It's coming through now. I'm sorry about that, guys. I know that was several minutes ago, but I think what happened is I wear my my back brace to help keep me sitting up straight, and I think what happened is when I grabbed my thing to check it, it rubbed up against the back brace and went to the mute by mistake. I'm sorry about that, guys. Hopefully it didn't last too long. Muted. Yep. Okay. Tattle says, but the music is coming in loud and clear. Yeah, it was the only thing that was muted was my headset. So Stacy says, why is there no sound? Goodness gracious. How long ago was okay? This was several minutes ago. All right, let's see. I'm gonna skip some of this because that's the conversation was about, how you couldn't hear me. Yeah, okay. I see what happened. I see your lips. Okay. Faint music but no sound. Okay. The two of us says, surprise. Our special guests, our loyal engineer and scientist, Dr. Julius R. Retarded. He is a recluse. We coached him to be here. Okay, very good. Okay, all right. Let's see. All right. Okay. Let's get to the point where we get back to normal. Oh, how long was I? Jim says, I got a $50 gift card for Christmas. Put it toward my new laptop. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Smidgen says, it's like watching a no-talkie movie. His lips move, he points, his eyes rolls, and must clunky piano music. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Christina's here says, for your cold, hot lemonade with ginger, and if you are on relax mode, you could add an adult beverage. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not a big lemonade fan. When it comes to hot drinks, hot chocolate's probably the best. That is the most I will do. All right, let's see here. Let's see. All right. All right, yeah. Okay, we must get it back. We must get it back. Okay. Winona says, yay. Stacy says, yeah, thanks, Drew. There we go. All right. Hey, Hooked on the Classics. How's it going? I'm so sorry, guys. It's gonna be one of those nights. But we're gonna get through it. Winona says you're back. Okay, good. And now we have him. Yay. Okay. All right, let's get through here. Happy New Year, Drew. Thanks, Hooked on Classics. Thank you, sir. Manuel says good evening to BB. Stacy says, hey to BB. Smidgen says, yes, 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 you were. Okay, all right, well, I'm glad. I watched Detroit Lions versus Dallas Cowboys. Oh, okay. I'm watching okay, is that on right now? Is there a Saturday night game? I only pay attention really to one game every week, and that's the Jags. And from what I understand, our quarterback is not playing tomorrow, so it's going to be interesting. Winona says, you're good now, but we are all trying to help. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Manuel says, I hear you good, Drew. Okay, excellent. Christina says, I bet it would be extremely funny if you worked for a health insurance company. I'm not going to say nothing. I can't say nothing. Can't say nothing. Birth says, what was your first scam bait? I think the ones that I remember getting at the beginning the most was the credit card scammers, and they called all the dang time, all the time. And I remember it was a credit card scammer that I said, stop calling me, and they said, we're never going to stop calling you. And my response to that was, well, then I'm never going to quit. I'm never going to stop screwing with you. And that's where it all started. It was a credit card scammer. Glenn says, okay, sound back. What's in the box? It's safe to open online. Okay, very good. Thank you. Christina says, hey to Manuel. BB says, hey to Manuel. BB also says, hey to Stacy. Stacy says, to Drew, hope you had a lovely Christmas. We did. We had a fantastic Christmas. Manuel says, happy Saturday to Jim. Stacy says, nah, love my coffees. I never drank coffee, really. I mean, you could probably put all the coffee products I've ever had in my life maybe into a couple of cups, and that was it. Because I never got the taste for coffee. My family were tea drinkers, and I never got the taste for tea either. My wife and the kids, they do coffee, tea. I just never touch the stuff. You know what I think it was? One of my first real jobs, was I worked for AT&T, and in the break room, ice water was free. So I drank ice water day and night, all day long, and just it became a habit to the point where, unless I'm having like a diet soda, like if we go out to a restaurant, I might have a diet soda. Otherwise, it's all water. Nothing but water. So, which is actually a good thing, you know? Burst says, back brace are no fun. I wore one for 7 months. Last time I broke 3 bones in my spine. Oh, that's horrible. Mine is, I twisted months and months ago. I twisted something and pulled something, and I wear it just to keep me from doing something stupid. I'm not wearing it now because I'm in pain or I hurt something. I do it to keep me from doing something stupid, especially when I'm at the store, because there's behind my where I ring up the customers and so forth and around, it's very narrow and there's a lot of bending and moving, and this helps keep me from doing something wrong. So I just feel more comfortable wearing it anyway. So Smidgen says, you were muted for 7 minutes. Oh, jeez, Louise. Guys, I'm so sorry. Hooked on the Classic says, I got an expensive DAB hi-fi separate unit, cat socks, and collectible coins for Christmas. Very nice, very nice. Jim says, happy Saturday to Manuel. Winona says, you can be a game. We could all try to read your... Oh, that would be funny. That could be funny. You know what I could do is I could take that section, the 7-minute section of the live stream, clip it, and then add an audio track to it, or make up an audio track. It would be funny if I just added a scam caller audio track to it. I got plenty of them. Stacy says, I love it when Medicare rings up. That's awesome. She says, it's my favorite scam. Yep. Manuel says, yes, Saturday Night Football. Okay, I didn't realize there was a game tonight. Okay, cool. Jim says, yes, they're playing now. All right, very good. Andy says, yes, there's a Saturday night game. Okay. Tattle says, guy called, claimed he wasn't a scammer, said he was from Houston. I asked him who the governor of Houston is, said he didn't know. I said, then you're a scammer, and he hung up. Dave says, "Go Browns, go Browns." Oh, we play the Panthers, so you can say "Go Browns" all you want. Manuel says, "Hiya to Dave." Stacy says, "Drew, do you know much about romance scams?" I have been filled in a little bit about romance scams. I have a buddy of mine. He's been on the stream and talked to him several times by the name of Kodiak. He recently separated from his wife. They mutual divorce, and he was kind of getting out into the dating pool. And he was telling me the story about the some of the dating apps that he was using in order to try to meet people, and how some of the conversations, it was clearly somebody trying to take advantage of him, because it either wasn't a real person or it was somebody trying to hide who they were or who they really were. And it's horrible and despicable when people lie about who they are. And yeah, he was telling me, I personally never experienced any of that stuff, never had a dating app, never had none of that stuff. But I know there are people out there trying to take advantage of people in all ways, in all different ways, which is horrible. But yeah. Andy says, "Yes, Manuel, the boys and the lions." The freestyle freak says, "As soon as I hear an Indian accent on the other line, I just hang up." Sometimes that's an honest that's a good bet, you know. Manuel says to the freestyle, "Happy Saturday night." Stacy says, "I drink too much water. My doc said." You drink too much water? I don't think there is such thing as too much, but I guess there could be. The freestyle says, "Thanks to Manuel. Same to you." Smidgen says to Stacy, "I love coffee too all day long." BB says, "I love the way coffee smells when it's brewing, but I just can't drink it. I'm a tea drinker, though. I mostly like the herbal teas or decaf. I can't really deal with too much caffeine, but I like it. But I do like." Okay, okay. Manuel says, I love drinking coffee. Very good. And Stacy says, "Smidgen, yes." I One of the other things about coffee, and this is just because I'm a total cheap ass, is that I like the free water, the ice water, but I always buy my wife a coffee on my way home from the store every weekend, and whenever I go out to do something, I will bring her home a coffee. You know how many comic books I got to sell in order to buy one damn cup of coffee? That stuff's not cheap. Especially the one she likes. She likes the peppermint white chocolate mocha. Yeah, she always offers me some, and I'm like, that's all right. I'll stick to the ice water. I got it right here. Uh, BB says, "I do like some regular iced tea sometimes." Okay, yeah, my family, my mom, my dad, my mother, my grandmother, and grandfather, iced tea was their big thing. They had iced tea all the time. I never touched it. Nope, was never an iced tea drinker. Stacy says, "I hate tea. Yuck." Winona says, "Yeah, I like like a bad lip read." You know what's I probably could clip it out and just make something completely up. That might be funny. Well, we'll see. Hooked on the Classes says, "I drink way too much tea, but then I'm British." Okay. Sarah says, "I can read lips. I know sign language." Oh, really? Very cool. Dave says, "Hello to Manuel. Happy New Year." Jim says, "Drew, mute your headphone next time when the dumb scammers call. When they don't answer them, they get mad and hang up." I had one the other day. I don't one of the calls on one of the videos I released. The scammer transferred me to the licensed agent, and instead of saying anything, I just sat there and listened to him. And eventually, he got frustrated and hung up. I was trying to prove a point, and that was from the moment the guy transferred me and the agent picked up, it was over 40 seconds before the agent hung up, and then the scammer was still on the line listening into the call the entire time, because he said, "Oh, let's try this again," or "There must have been a problem." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't hear anything. I was faking it." And just to see how long the scammer would hold on. And it just proves the point that they're listening in on your calls. You know, they don't just transfer you. They're not doing God's work and transferring you and helping you. They're listening in for you to give your information. Smidgen says to Stacy, I grew up on iced tea with dinner, but oddly, I have to have hot tea when I'm sick. Must be a throwback to childhood. Really? Okay, okay. The two of us says, have you seen the Kitboga Google card redeem? So say we both. I don't think I've seen that one. Okay. Hooked on Classic says, I find dating apps about as shallow as a puddle. One of the reasons why I tell my wife all the time, thank God she said yes. I think I would suck at dating. I would be there was a young lady that I dated before my wife. We only ever went out on like maybe 2 dates. There was no romance involved whatsoever. We were just friends. And then my wife and I, as boyfriend and girlfriend in high school, started dating, and that was it. That was it for me. I was done. I no others. And I don't think I would be horrible at dating. Thank God she said yes. Or actually, I roll my eyes every now and then and say, actually, what she said is, okay. It's kind of true. Stacy says to Smidgen, I only drink peach tea, but I'm diabetic, so hard to get sugar free. Yeah, my wife likes a tea, peach tea. That's her favorite. I don't like peach to begin with, so yeah. Jim says, I see them, the two of us. I've seen them, the two of us. He says, yeah. Darlene says, I keep getting a bogus debt collection agency calling. They ask for me first and last name. It's a robocall. Really? I haven't gotten a debt collection agency in a while. That could be interesting. BB says to Stacy, I don't drink enough water. We should all drink more water. Christina says, if you drink more than 3 gallons a day, it could kill you. 3 gallons has got to be a lot. I don't think I've ever drank 3 gallons of water, but I do drink a lot. Like this cup right here, I think this is 16 ounces. I probably do 5, 6 of these a day on a normal day of water. But that's through the entire day, so I don't know if that, I'm still kicking. Fingers crossed, still kicking. Manuel says, I drink tea. Okay. Glenn says, not much of a coffee drinker, but 1.5 teaspoons of instant in some hot chocolate is good. Really? Ugh. That sounds weird. Tim says, good evening from Western Kentucky. Welcome, Tim. Welcome to the show. Stacy says, yes, Drew. I said I wash all the good bacteria out of my bladder, and that's why I get lots. Really? I had no idea that was what you could do by drinking so much water. Really? Huh. That's crazy. Stacy says, BB, naughty, laugh out loud. Okay. Smidgen says, there's an acquaintance who's been in a romance scam for over 4 years. Their family just found out the person is convicted. It's real and won't listen. Wow. Oh, man. I've heard stories of people who have fallen for scams that they really, really believe, that I'm going to get the $1 million. It's coming. It's coming. It's crazy people. Andy says, I hate iced tea. Yuck. I drink lots and lots of water. Good man. Good man. Burr says there is actually something called water intoxication and you can die from it. Wow. I didn't think. Well, I know if you salt water, if you drink too much salt water, it could kill you. But I didn't know drinking a lot of, well, hey. I have to tell my wife I'm going to have to mix it up with something else. Jim says, I drink mostly protein shakes for breakfast instead of coffee or tea. Okay. Yeah, my dad for a long time was doing he wasn't doing it for weight loss, but he had those weight loss chocolate shakes. I forgot the name of them. And he was drinking one of those every morning. It had to do more with getting the nutrients in his body and so forth. And he really liked them. And I don't think I've ever actually tried one, to be honest with you. But I don't know, maybe a protein shake would be a good thing. Smidgen says, ooh, put some peppermint schnapps in the white mocha drink. I think she's okay with just the white peppermint or the white chocolate and the peppermint. Tim says, my family likes iced teas. Several like hot tea. I'm a Pepsi fan. Really? Okay. So when it comes to sodas, for me, it's either Diet Coke or Dr. Pepper. Actually, at the theater, the movie theater we go to, they have one of those self-service machines where you can mix things up. The one that the wife and I really, 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 really like is the High C. It's High C orange, so it's not bubbly. It's more like a fruit drink, but they have the option of doing it with vanilla, and we always get that, the orange vanilla. It's like eating a vanilla or an orange creamsicle. That's how good it tastes, and it's a great drink. We love it, and I think it's low on calories, so it's not as bad as like soda. But yeah, orange and vanilla, it's good. Hooked on Classic says they sell cold coffee here. I don't get that. No, me neither. Cold or hot, stay away from it. Darlene says, I like a raspberry tea iced tea. Okay. All right. Sarah says, when are we going to meet the fam? Oh, I don't. They care so little about all this stuff. Really. Right now, my wife, I joke with my wife. I said, you can put YouTube on the TV in the living room. You can watch me while I do my live stream. And she's always like, I can hear you perfectly fine out here. I don't need to. No, whatever. Maybe one day the kids will stop by. I know my daughter has come into videos before, but honestly, they have lives much more healthier, busier lives than I do. So, but maybe one of these days, I don't know. Maybe that's something we could try for this year. Do more of an introduction to the family. Yeah, we'll see. Stacy says, I haven't dated in 10 years and find anyone I talk to now are scammers. I understand that completely. I talk to a lot of scammers. And BB says, 1 year for my birthday, my daughter gave me some raspberry tea, raspberry beret. It was so good. Oh, wow. Well, you know what? Yesterday was my birthday. Yesterday was my real birthday, not my fake birthday that I tell everybody about. And my wife asked me initially, she says, do you want to do anything special? Do you want to do something? And I said, nope, I don't want to do anything. I want to leave my schedule open. I want to go to the bank in the morning. I want to go by the grocery store. I want to go by the store and do some work there, but I want to keep it open. And she said, okay. And she kind of looked at me like, why is he being so nonchalant, casual about it? And I said, I'm going to let things happen. And around noon or so, I got a text from my daughter, said, hey, Dad, what are your plans for this evening? And nothing, no plans. She says, hey, me and Mike and Raphael, my future son-in-law, want to take you guys out to dinner. And I'm like, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to go out to dinner with the kids. And they came by. We all went out. We went to one of my favorite restaurants. We had a fantastic meal. I offered to pay, but the boy said, nope, I got it, Dad. He paid, and Raphael took care of the tip. And it was fantastic. Honestly, it was exactly what I wanted to have happen without having to ask anybody or tell anybody what I wanted to have happen. And my wife was kind of like afterwards, like, that was your whole plan all along, is to let the kids invite you out to dinner and take care of it for you. And I said, yep. And they did exactly what I expected them to do. They did exactly what I wanted them to do. And freaking love those kids. They're wonderful. If I haven't told you guys before, I have 2 adult children. The boy's 30, the girl's 28. I love adult children. If you don't have adult children, you should go out and get some, because they're freaking awesome. Especially when they have their own jobs, their own money, their own cars, their own places where they live. They don't live with you. They live at. I love it. I think it's great. It's fantastic. My kids are great, and I love them. So, Manuel says, I was at my nephew's trailer today celebrating Christmas. Yep, excellent. Smidgen says, Snapple makes a good diet peach tea. It was created by rocker Brett Michaels. It's good. Really? Okay. Stacy says, yes, I can easily drink 8 liters, but only allowed a max of 3 liters. Oh, wow. Okay. BB says, I struggle to get down to 4 16-ounce bottles. I should drink down each day. I'm not always successful. Yeah, I don't keep track of how much water I drink. I just know I drink a lot of it. So BB says, yes, you can drink too much water as well. It's not one of the I'm not one of those people. Okay. Sarah says Slim Fast. Yes, Slim Fast. You're right. That's it. That's it. I don't know what else I was thinking of, but Slim Fast is the name of the shakes he was doing. I don't know if he still does it, because I think he was doing it. He had gotten out of the hospital. I know he had knee surgery at one point, and he had some other minor surgeries, and I think he was doing it to help, you know, revitalize the body or whatever. But he really enjoyed it. So BB says, laugh out loud, Tim. My husband and I used to drink Pepsi like it was water. When I was younger, Dr. Pepper was the drink of the day. You know, that was always my go-to one. So now I get it every now and then, but that's about it. Manuel says, I drink Coke Zero Sugar and Diet Coke. Okay. Sarah says, that sounds good. Hook says, I haven't been on a dating scene properly since 2006. It's quite scary. Yeah, I haven't been in a dating pool since 92. The woman I'm with said yes, and I said, done. Tim says, my wife likes Dr. Pepper Zero. Okay, I know I've had it before, but I can't remember the last time I did. So Stacy says, what's Dr. Pepper's? Dr. Pepper? It's a soda. Manuel says, happy Saturday night to Tim. Stacy says, happy belated birthday. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. BB says, happy belated birthday. Thank you. Thank you, Manuel. Sarah says, ooh, happy birthday. Yeah. And it was a big one, too. It was a big one. It wasn't get Social Security big, but it's up there. It's up there. Hook says, happy birthday. Thank you. Jim says, happy birthday, Drew. Thank you. Darling, there's a trend going on here. I was originally going to not say anything, but I appreciate it, guys. Thank you all so much. Glenn says, I live 6 miles from Celestial Seasonings Tea Factory in Boulder, Colorado. Really? Okay. Birth says, happy birthday. Thank you. Sarah says, my nephew's birthday was on the 28th. Oh, okay. Yeah, my grandmother always could remember my birthday and my cousin's birthday. He's the oldest. I was the second in line. His birthday was 4 days before Christmas. Mine was 4 days after. That's how she says, I never lose track. She said, she used to tell me that all the time. BB sends a cake. Thank you. Smidgen says, happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you. Hook says, oh my gosh, Drew, I thought you were in your 30s. You know, I had a customer today that we were talking about something, and one of my regulars who knew had been my birthday wished me a happy birthday. He says, oh, you had a birthday? Yeah. He says, you look so young. And I was like, how old do you think? And he said, 30, 35? I said, well, no. What he said was 30. And I said, my son is 30. So it's like when they want to card me for anything. I've been carded for lottery tickets before. It's like, man, I have children that are old enough to buy beer and wine and lottery tickets, please. Sarah says, adult children are great. Yep, I love it. Burr says, I always tell scammers my birthday is April 1st. Very good. Well, I originally wanted to do April 1st, but I figured they'd figure that out eventually. That's why I say March 1st, because I can remember March 1st. So Manuel says, where's my friend Avery? He most likely is under the weather. So, as a matter of fact, he usually will text me. Got a text message from him. Hold on a second. Let me read it real quick. He usually will let me know if he's not able to join. What does it say? He says, "I'm still not up for acting human," meaning he's under the weather, so that's fine. I'll let him know everybody said hi. BB says, "I think I used to drink Slim Fast, but they changed the formula, and then it caused me to get well. To get well, not nice what it did." Oh, okay. I know stuff like that can play havoc with your body if you're not used to it. So it's one of those things you got to be careful about. Jim says, "Every time I drink a lot of water, I have to go every 2 hours. All night sucks when it tries to sleep." Yeah, trust me, I understand that too. Hooked says, I have never seen Diet Dr. Pepper in the UK. Okay. Now we have it. I know we have it here. It's usually readily available with Dr. Pepper. So maybe we take that for granted, you know? Stacy says, "I thought it would be I would be married my life too, but didn't happen." My wife and I consider ourselves very lucky because in our generational group, sisters, best friends from high school and so forth, we have the longest marriage, and we always find it a little ironic in the fact that we were teen weds. I was 19 and she was 18, and our son was actually at our wedding. So with those, statistically, that doesn't happen. You don't do 30 years being married as teenagers and with a child. So we kind of broke all the typical stereotypical, stuff, and just to this day, still love that woman. Can't live without her. I don't know what I would do without her. When her and her mother go out of town, it drives me crazy because I forget simple stuff like, to eat. So having her is a wonderful thing. BB says, "Cool to Glenn." Stacy says, "Yeah, but what flavor is Dr. Pepper's? We don't have it in Austin." It's Dr. Pepper's like a root beer. It's similar to a root beer. If you've never had it before, that's the best way I can describe it. Smidgen says, "My last date was in the early 70s. I've been married to the date ever since." Well, fantastic. 70s, wow. Mine was, I asked her out. The reason why we remember this is because it was Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, 1991. I asked her out, and the next night we went out on our date, and I kissed her for the first time, and I jokingly say I haven't stopped kissing her since. So yes, very happy. I found someone early enough on, and that was it. It's a wonderful thing. Stacy says, "It seems to attract idiots. That's why I'm single for 10 years, but gets lonely quite some time." I understand that. I have some family that struggled with that. Like my sister, she'll be the first one to tell you she went through hell when it came to dating and men until she eventually found the man she's married to now, and they are so happy. They are wonderful together. They've was it 7-8 years now they've been married, and going strong, but she went through hell to get there, to find him. Some really crappy boyfriends and crappy guys, and it's one of those things, it's life. That's why, like I said, I consider myself very lucky. I found my woman, and that was it. Hooked on Classic says, "I need to go to sleep now. Good night, all, and Happy New Year." Absolutely. I know you're probably not going to hear this because this it was a few minutes ago, but please be safe and enjoy your new year, okay? Manuel says, "Oh, I hope he gets better soon. Avery, I pray for him. Please, thank you. Thank you very much." BB says, "Oh, sorry, Drew. Sorry, Avery's not feeling well. Wishing him to feel better soon." Yep. Yeah, he'd been spending time with family lately, and yeah, sometimes that happens when you're around family or around people. Um, People spread germs and get sick. It's just what happens. Darlene says, "My father's birthday was on the 24th. Born 100 years ago. He lived to age 85. Wow. Man, that's wow. 85. That in a lot of ways doesn't seem like a crazy number, but it's a well-lived life, 85 years is a long time. Having gone through 50 of them so far, wow. Tattle says scammers are stupid. Even worse, Medicare's don't cover that. Medicare doesn't cover that. That's right. Smidgen says to Stacy, it's a dark drink, but tastes like a Coke or a Pepsi. It's kind of its own flavor, and I like it. Yeah, like I said, I think kind of like root beer is how I would describe it, but I may be totally off. So the two of us says, we are not feeling well tonight, everyone. Good night in advance. Good night in advance to Drew and company. Please take care. I appreciate you coming by, two of us. I hope you guys are both doing good. Glass Bottles here says, hey, whoops, I'm late. Never got the notification. Oh, boy. Okay, well, you missed the really boring part where I went mute for 7 minutes straight. Welcome, Glass Bottle. Smidgen says to the two of us, good night and feel better. Tim says, my wife and I have been married for 43 years. I did have an earlier marriage that didn't last, was way too young then. Yep. Well, we did the too young thing, but it was the two of us together doing it. So, I mean, we learned, we grew. Well, she grew. She matured. Me, I'm still the same old idiot I was when I was 19. So, well. Brent's here. Hey, Brent says Dr. Pepper is like a cherry Coke with plums. I don't know if I'd describe it as. Well, I'm not a fan of cherry Coke to begin with, so, but okay. I know they make a cherry Dr. Pepper, but not into that. Not into the cherry stuff. Manuel says good evening, Glass Bottle. Glass Bottle says hello, everyone. Manuel says Brent, happy Saturday. Glenn says 2 X's, not looking for a third. Very good. BB says done. Birth says I actually got cursed out by a scammer when I worked at the stadium here. Turned the Kansas City Chiefs game once because we didn't have Diet Dr. Pepper. Really? Oh boy. Stacy says, ew, doesn't sound good, but popular in the States. I don't even know what root beer tastes like. Really? Oh my God, Stacy, you've got to come over to the States and visit, and we'll hook you up. We'll treat you to all that stuff that you don't get down under. I'm sure there's a lot of things different in other countries that and a lot of things that we probably take for granted. I had some friends. I do have some friends that live in Philadelphia, in that area, Pennsylvania, and every summer they would go to the beach. They would rent a room or a house on the beach, and they would spend the week at the beach. And I'm like, I live like 2 miles from the beach. I don't go there. I would never vacation there. That's crazy. But they're in a landlocked area, so going to the beach was a thing for them. Where for me, it was like, I've been there, done that. I did that as a kid. I'm not going to do it anymore. So it's just weird. So when you live in different places, there's things you do differently and don't have or do have. And come to the States, Stacy. We'll hook you up. Don't worry. Buffalo wings. Have you ever had buffalo wings? I'm not sure if that's an Australian thing or not. Brent says, I've never been married. I remember I used to want to get married growing up. At 50, I'm a content man. Life is good. Okay, well, very good. I mean, it doesn't work for some people. I mean, I'm not going to knock it, but I'm just glad I found my person. What's really funny is one of my buddies from high school was in town visiting family and friends and came to Christmas Day at my parents' house. And he and I were talking at the point where my wife became pregnant. It was before we were married because we played adult games and, adult things happen. Had she not said, oh, okay, I'll marry you, I probably would have followed him into the military. He went into the military, got a college degree, got college education, all that stuff. Whereas me, She said, yes, we'll get married. And I went to work. I got a job. I had to get a job because I needed health care to cover my wife and child. And so, had she not said yes, my life would have probably followed along with him. It would have been it would have been totally different. But I thank God, like I said, that she said yes. BB says, don't forget to hit the like button. Oh, yeah. Thank you, BB. BB says, my mom lived to be 95, but her last few years weren't so great. Wow, 95. Crazy. Stacy says, my dad is 89 years old. Oh, wow. My dad is, how old is he? He's born in 45, which means 55 plus 23, 78. So he's not in the 80s and 90s, but he's cresting there. So, Winona says, my dad is 87 and still rides a Harley. Really? That's awesome. You guys got some awesome dads out there. That's awesome. Glenn says, to me, Dr. Pepper tastes like carbonated prune juice. You know, I honestly can't remember if I've ever had prune juice, so I wouldn't know what prune juice tastes like. I have to take your word for it, Glenn. BB says, yes, I think you're right, Brent, about the taste of Dr. Pepper. Okay. Stacy says, okay, send me a ticket, Drew. Yeah, you got it. You got it, Stacy. Whoop. Brent says to BB, I was pointing out to me a long time ago, and now it's all I can taste. That's funny. Glenn says, can't open the, come on, open the box. Dying to know what you think. Okay, let me do that real quick. Since I'm never going to take a break if I don't. All right, I'm going to open this box, and then I'm going to go get that gift that I want to show you guys that my mom gave me. All right, I'm opening it up, Glenn. All right. All right. Whoop. Come on, Drew. You can open up a box, can't you? You're smart enough to figure this out, right? Thank goodness scammers don't make me do this. I don't think I could handle the pressure. All right. Let's see what we got here. Yes, I am one of those anal retentive guys when it comes to opening up packages and opening up presents that I take off the tape, unwrap everything and take off the tape and everything. So, all right, let's see here. All right. Oh my goodness. There's chocolates in here. What is this? There's some chocolates. Okay. That's just what my diabetic ass needs. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and read the letter, okay, Glenn? Let's see what he says here. He says, Drew, just to thank you for providing entertainment content on YouTube. I look forward to chatting every Saturday night. This Gatsby pen was custom made by me using cocobolo and walnut wood and uses a Parker refill. It can be disassembled to replace the ink, but unscrewing the black portion of the body from the wood part of the tip end. I'm sure you will use it throughout the coming years. Since I only have your store address for your website, I'm hoping that you get this in the mail. I did. Thank you so much, Glenn. I fully understand and respect your privacy and would never give out your personal information to anyone. I have a P.O. box, just so you guys know. I have a P.O. box for my business because the flea market doesn't like to deliver mail. They've gotten mail from me before, and they'll begrudgingly bring it to me. It may not be the same day they get it. It may be weeks later. So I have a post office box, and that's where he sent it to. It says, wishing you and your family a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year from Glenn. Glenn, thank you so much. Let's check this thing out. It's got a nice little case here, little bag for it. Oh, let's pull this apart. All right. This is handmade by Glenn. Oh, wow. That's gorgeous. Wow, very, very nice. All right, how does it, okay, you twist it. Oh, okay. Wow. Dude, that is absolutely freaking beautiful. This is gorgeous, Glenn. Thank you so much. You're absolutely right. I will love this forever. I can't wait to show my wife. So check this out. Look what I got. Awesome, awesome. Now, Glenn, is this something you do like as a business, or is it a hobby, or what? I mean, if it's a business, this is something that people can order from you or not. Tell us about it. Put it in the chat, and I'll discuss it. But that is gorgeous, my friend. That is awesome. Very nice. What do you guys think? Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Wow. Glenn, again, thank you. Thank you so much. This is so awesome. I really did think it came in a Harry's box. I really thought he was trying to tell me something that I need to do. Actually, I showed it to Avery last night during our live stream, and I said to him, I said, hey, maybe he's trying to tell me I need to trim up a little bit. But this is awesome. Thank you so much, Glenn. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, let me get back to the chat real quick. Oh, I have no idea where I stopped. Let me see where we're at. All right, let's see. All right. Tattle says, my wife and I met before online dating. It was a good thing, too, because we would never have met after because she's not the best with computer skills. That's funny. I joked with my wife one time. I probably told you guys this story once before. We had been married for a couple of years. The kids were still young. And she turned to me at one point. She says, if I knew then what I know about you now, I don't think I would have dated you. She was joking, by the way. She was just playing with me. And I turned to her and says, well, you know what? I don't think I would date you either, knowing what I know now. And she goes, really? Why? I said, well, you got 2 kids. I don't want to get involved with any of that. And she's like, you idiot. They're your kids. I said, yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. I love that woman. Thank God for that woman. Glass Bottle says Australia was a fun country when I was there. Okay. I've been to Italy, which is where my sister was born. My parents, they were stationed there for a while. I've been to Rome and some areas there, but I was so young I don't remember any of it. But honestly, I'm very content with staying in the United States, maybe traveling around the States, but I really don't have any desire to go outside of the country. The Bahamas and Aruba, that's probably as far as I'm really willing to go. But if you like to travel, go for it. Just be safe. Tim says, double cola was made across the river from me. Double cola was made across the river from me. It was terrible. I've never heard of double cola. Manuel says, Drew, what happened to the Jaguars tomorrow? Need help getting into the playoffs? Yeah, they do. Actually, what's really funny is at one point we were ahead by 2 games, and then we lost 4 in a row. But here's the crazy part. We are still in the lead in our division because the other teams suck as well. The one last week when we lost, they both lost as well. So we stayed right where we were. We are literally at the point, if we win tomorrow against the Panthers, who the Panthers suck, they've only got 2 wins in their column. If we beat them and the other 2 teams in our division lose, we're in the playoffs, even without the last game of the season, because we have the tiebreakers. So it doesn't matter how bad you suck, you can still get into the playoffs. But they got to win tomorrow, so we'll see. It'll be interesting. Stacy says, yes, buffalo wings once at a restaurant and way too hot for me. Burnt my mouth out. Well, you can get it with different flavors. Like, I like buffalo wings, but I like it with barbecue, not the buffalo sauce. I'm not a big fan of the buffalo sauce. BB says, I had an aunt, my mother's older sister, who lived to be 101. Holy crap. Damn, that's awesome. Well, it's awesome they lived that long, but I don't think I can make it that long. Darlene says, same here, BB. My mom was 95 and died on Easter this year. My oldest sister had moved back home years ago when my father was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Oh, goodness. I'm so sorry to hear that. Darlene, BB says, ooh, chocolate. Yes, yes. Birth says, I worked with a nurse who first got married at 66. Oh, wow. Glass Bottle says, scammers in 2024 is going to be interesting. From what I heard, they are redoing their scripts. Well, good. It's about damn time. I wonder if they're going to get rid of their accents, because that's the easiest way to know what's happening. Oh, so I want to jump to this real quick because I do have recordings of these, but I'm not sure if how I'm going to release it yet. But Friday, which was my birthday, I told you guys, I wanted to go into the store and just work on the store. I didn't open up the store. I was just working and organizing comics and so forth. Well, I got multiple scam calls that day, and all I did was curse them out. Just yell. I would get a call and they'd be like, "Hi, we're going to transfer you to this." Okay, sure. Talk to my supervisor. Oh yeah, sure, no problem. And as soon as the supervisor, I just had such a great time doing it, and it was call after call after call. And when I was on my way home, I called the wife just to let her know I was on the way home, and she says, "So what'd you do today?" I said, "Well, I went to the bank and I went to the store, and I yelled and cursed at scammers all day long." She says, "Oh, so you had fun doing what you wanted to do?" I said, "Yeah." So sad, so sad. I may clip some of those together and make that my Monday video for the new year. This is how we're going to handle the new year. But it was funny. BB says, "How cool is that?" Oh yes, yes. BB says, "Beautiful pen." It is. Tim says, "I love a nice pen." Yep. Manuel says, "Glenn, awesome, buddy." Jim says, "Nice custom pen." Absolutely. Bob's here. Hey, Bob says, just saw a photo of Jacksonville Beach from 1973. Cars were driving on the sand. Must be a Florida thing. Do not see that up north. Maybe sand is too soft here, but your laws are softer. I'm not sure. There's a lot of areas nowadays that you're not allowed to drive on anymore, but there are some areas that you can. So, but we got a lot of hard sand in a lot of areas. So. Jim says that pen beats all the pens I had. Smidgen says it's beautiful. Absolutely. Manuel says the pen is beautiful. All to Glenn. Glass Bottle says I was in the Navy. Okay. Brent says I've been to 38 countries, but I've never been to Australia. Also hit my 50th state this year. Oh wow, that's cool. I think the furthest west I've ever been, I know I've been to Texas, but I don't think I went past Texas, to be honest with you. So I've never been to California and any of those states. But you know, my wife and I always plan to do traveling, going to comic book conventions in retirement, and it hasn't happened yet, but it might one day. Stacy says that pen is awesome. I want one. All right, well, hey, reach out to Glenn. Glenn's here. Stacy says to Brent, "You need to visit Australia. It's awesome." That is one country I have always wanted to visit, but honestly, when I was younger and more adventurous and willing to travel like that, I don't think I would go on a cruise ship to Australia and stay on the cruise ship and just check out, like that same thing with Alaska. If I went on an Alaskan cruise, I would go out on the deck of the boat and look at all the beautiful stuff, but I would stay on the boat. I know that's bad, but yeah. Glenn says the pen making is basically a hobby that I do with exotic woods, but I have sold them. I also made cufflinks for the choir tuxedos. That is awesome, Glenn. I'm always amazed at people who have skill to make things. Speaking of which, I'm going to take a quick break real quick from reading the chat and show you guys what my mom gave me for Christmas. Give me just 1 second. Let me go grab it, okay? I'll be right back, guys. All right, two funny things, okay? Number one, I don't know if anybody's ever heard this before. My wife told this to me last night, and I thought she was crazy. She said, especially with diabetics, you shouldn't wear the same shoes every single day. You need to have multiple pairs of shoes and you need to swap out your shoes. I said, I have never, ever heard that before. Has anybody out there ever heard that? Well, to get to the point, what I'm going to say is my wife for Christmas bought me a pair of slippers. I don't wear slippers. Never have worn slippers. I don't do slippers. It's sneakers, sneakers, and sneakers, period. She recently made me buy a pair of Skechers, which I call my big boy shoes because I've always just had sneakers, and I absolutely love my Skechers. They're great. They've been held up really good. They're awesome pair of shoes. But now I'm wearing these slippers. I'll show them to you. This is my slipper, and I've never worn slippers before. And so I'm running out into the living room to grab the thing I'm going to show you guys. And she's looking because I'm like I can't run in these things, so I'm literally sliding across the floor, and she's laughing, going, "What are you doing?" So I'm trying to hurry into the living room wearing my slippers and not trying to fall on my head, and she's just having a good old time laughing at me. Which there was a point in time, guys. There was a point in time where I asked the wife. I said, "So what is it about me that you like?" And she told me, says, "You make me laugh." I said, "Okay, good. I make you laugh." All right. Long story short, I'll try to make this story short. When COVID started, okay, y'all remember that around 2000, early 2000, my mom and my sister started making cotton cloth masks to donate to Wolfson's Children's Hospital, which is the children's hospital that my nephew went to. And they were making them. My mom made these molded ones, which were really nice. And my sister was making the folded ones, the ones that kind of fold out. So they were making them, and they were finding different different fabric types. And they were making them, and they were donating them to Wolfson's. Well, at one point, Wolfson's like, "We've got plenty." But my mom and my sister had made so many of them, they gave them to me, or they sold them to me. I bought them from them. I paid them for the cost for the materials and their time and so forth. And I was selling them in my store. Now, most people during COVID, they would make masks and they would sell them for $5, $6, $10 a piece. I was selling them for like $2. And my mom's like, "You really should charge more." And I said, "No, I don't need to charge more. As long as I can cover the cost of it, and I'm happy with that." So my mom made a lot of masks, and so did my sister. And they were always trying to, and I always told them, make them fun. Make them fun because we figured kids would need them mostly. There was a lot of adults that would buy like Snoopy masks or Captain America masks or whatnot, or Frozen masks or whatever. And my mom would always look for stuff that was fun. And once COVID died down and the mask requirements went away and so forth, the sales for the mask just plummeted. I didn't sell anymore. I had probably maybe 20 left over, and most of them I've just given away to people who needed one. But my mom, for Christmas, she's a very crafty person. So is my sister, or so my wife. All the ladies in our family are very crafty. She took all the remnant scraps from the masks that she made, and she made them into a quilt for me for Christmas. So I'm going to show you guys this thing. Look at this thing. It's huge. It's probably queen size or bigger, but all the pieces are from the masks. There's Batman, there's the Incredibles, there's there's Baby Yoda, there's Frozen, there's Captain America's shield. This is just a fraction of what's in here. And it's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds Let me make sure I didn't hit the mute button while I was moving things around. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of scrap pieces from the mask she made into this huge ass quilt. Is that not freaking awesome? This is gorgeous. But you got Peanuts, you got Minions, you got Harry Potter, you got baseballs, you got Marvel Comics, you got Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas, you got Deadpool, which, by the way, she thought was Ant-Man. There's actually a video on the channel somewhere, I gotta find it, in which she called me up one day while I was at the store to ask me how the masks were selling, because she had just given me some new ones. I said, yeah, Mom, they're selling great. She says, what about the Ant-Man ones? I'm like, Ant-Man? You didn't give me Ant-Man? She goes, yeah, the red and black one, that's Ant-Man. I said, Mom, it's Deadpool. She goes, no, that's Ant-Man. I'm like, oh my gosh. She knows nothing. We got Cars. We got Star Wars. We got the Cat in the Hat. We got Eeyore. Just filled with a whole bunch of really great stuff. Oh, and here's the sad part, which I think is actually kind of funny. She told me when she gave it to me, she said, keep it clean, don't ruin it, and give it back to me next year when Quilt Fest comes around, because I want to display it at Quilt Fest. Okay, absolutely, Mother. I will cherish it like it's a newborn babe. I'll take good care of it. I promise. I won't dirty it. I don't know what she thinks I do with quilts, but whatever. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping up on me. We're already running late. Actually, it's already quarter after. I'm going to just skim through the chat real quick. Make sure I didn't miss anything great. But I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. I hope everybody, please have a safe, fun New Year. Everybody be safe, because I want everybody to be back here next week, okay? And I don't know about you guys, but I'm playing the lottery tonight, 760 million. That'd be nice. If I do win the lottery, you guys may never, ever see me again. I don't know if I told you guys this before, but I have a customer, a regular, who comes in with his son. And I always joke with the kid, if I win the lottery, you're never going to see me again. And I'm going to close the store and you're never going to see me again. So he says, as he leaves, he says, I hope you don't win the lottery. Like, thanks a lot, man. Yeah, okay. But, all right, let's just scroll real quick. I have no idea. I have no idea where I stopped off. Sarah says, I'm 55 and my godfather is still alive. Oh, very nice. Very good. Virginia here. Hey, Virginia, how's it going? Says hello to Manuel. Happy Saturday. Brent says to Darlene, which is her 50th? I live in Arizona too. Stacy says, no, Drew, too much COVID on cruise ships. See, you can't be afraid of stuff like that. You gotta go do stuff. Go do stuff. But then again, I'm the guy that's not going to get off the boat anyway. So Tim says to BB, I drove to Daytona Beach just a few months ago and I came back home. I did stop in for a visit at Drew's store. Yeah, he did. Tim did come to my store. Stacy says, you miss our beautiful country if you stay on the cruise ship. One of these days, Stacy. Darlene says, Brent, she didn't get to Hawaii. Okay. Oh, talking about the 50 states. Brett says to Darlene, it was my 50th also, was there this year. Very nice. Virginia says, nice slippers are pleasurable. I'm still getting used to them. Jim says, nice slippers. BB says to Burse, love that about your great aunt. Winona says, there's cruise ships out there now that allow people to live on it. The costs are very comparable to retirement villages. I have heard that, but I don't know if I could do I don't know. What's so funny is my daughter is getting married on the 20th, and then they leave for their cruise like that Monday, and then they come back It's either Monday or Tuesday, and they come back on Sunday, and then the cruise ship heads out again the next day on Monday, and that's the cruise my wife and I are taking. And I told her, said we're going on the same ship, and my daughter's eyes like bugged out, thinking that her mom and dad were going to be on her honeymoon cruise with her. Told her, no, dear, we're going to be ships sailing, passing in the night. You guys go have your honeymoon and have a good time, and your mother and father will not be on your cruise. BB says to Tim, I haven't been to Daytona Beach since 1979. Used to live there back in 73 or so. Okay. Sarah says, I have gone across country to New Mexico and back. Also have been to California. Very good. Coolio. I keep forgetting to respond to your email. I'm so sorry. I am so bad at this. Coolio Radio, I promise. I promise. BB says, awesome quilt. Love it. Virginia says, nice. I think I saw Bart Simpson in there. Yeah, he's probably in there too. There was a lot. She just anything. I told her anything that was fun, and she got a lot of stuff that was fun. So, Virginia says that's a work of art. Nicely done, Mom. Absolutely. Oh, the best part. I didn't even show it to you. She created her own personalized tag on the back of it. I'll actually read it to you. Let me see if I can find which side. Okay, it's right here. There's a personalized little tag. It says, to my most marvelous son, Andrew, made by Mom, Christmas 2023. I'm a marvelous son, just so you know. And she did it Marvel Us. Kind of her way of bringing comics into it, because she's awesome. Sarah says, my sister-in-law went to Alaska on a cruise, said it was beautiful. I've always wanted to see Alaska, but I really don't want to go to Alaska. You know? Yeah. Brent says, that's an awesome quilt. Your mom and my mom make really nice quilts. Yes, my mom has made many a beautiful quilt. Jim says, that is nice. Yes, it is. Manuel says, good evening to Coolio Radio. Happy Saturday night and Happy New Year. Tim says, that's an awesome quilt. I'll have to let her know you guys said that. BB says, that is a treasure, Drew. Absolutely. Glenn says, was in Mexico and went to a general store looking for a pair of sneakers. They said, yes, we have sneakers and Reese's and Baby Ruth too. That's funny. That's funny. Virginia says, LOL to Glenn. Darlene says, both sisters came back years ago. Donna has been divorced for 33 years, third marriage. Last idiot brother-in-law went to jail for oh, goodness. Yeah, I've got some really dumb ex-brother-in-laws. My sister and my wife's sister, geniuses when it comes to picking guys. Absolute geniuses. Tim says there's a big quilt show in Paducah, Kentucky. Very nice. BB says, before you end things, Happy New Year and stay safe. Absolutely. Smidgen says that's a work of love. Quilting takes a lot of time and planning. It does. Tim says, Happy New Year. Manuel says, Happy New Year to Tim. Sarah says, good night all and Happy New Year. Stacy says, gotta go. Okay, gotta go, guys. All right, so we're going to wrap up. Smidgen says, Happy New Year. Stay safe. Check out the videos this week so we all know we all made it. Oh, absolutely. Stacy says, Happy New Year. Everyone stay safe. Smidgen says, click the like button before you go. Stacy says, thanks, Drew. Take care. Smidgen says, we did get an Alaskan cruise this past May. It was wonderful. Very nice. Berth says, this is so cool. I'm learning how to quilt. I've actually tried it myself, quilting. I never got to, I was at the stage where I was making the squares, but I never put them all together and never put it on a quilt, never did that part of it. But I made some squares and it was fun. Glenn says, did you get my 12 days of scamming? Yes, I did. I did get that. You know what? I'll have to look it up for next time and we'll do it just for the heck of it. David R, thumbs up. And Darlene says, Happy New Year to all. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you're still there, I know a lot of people started to leave because I was saying I was trying to get out of here, but you guys know how I am. I appreciate everybody who came in. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Please stay safe through the new year. I hope everybody has a great week. Remember, if you get calls like the ones I get, either hang up on them or screw with them like I do. And remember, if you do screw with them, try to record it so you can share it with everybody. Remember the rule: screw and share. All right, guys, everybody be safe. We'll catch y'all next week and we will do it all over again.